Welcome to another Minicon mini review. Today we have the SeaMini-ConTeam. Oceanglide, Stormcloud, and Waterlog are their names. And you see they're all painted actually a uniform brown color. I believe in the series they actually appear as red, but the toys are actually this sort of a little bit of a reddish brown, I guess, although primarily brown. They do have purple for a secondary color, and you can see a little bit paint on them, largely being black windows or a little bit of yellow on some of them. Similar to the land military Mini-ConTeam, the theme of this 3-pack was again the firing missiles gimmick. However, these ones are a little bit cheaper than the land military team. Since they are boats, there's no need for them to have wheels, so less moving parts equals less money spent on these models. And also, unlike the military team, there's no spring-loaded missile on any of these guys. All three of them are friction. You press the back until it launches forward. In addition, as you might remember, that wreckage, or fetch, depending on his color scheme, actually came with 2 missiles, but as you can see, the C team all only have the 1 missiles each. So again, you can see a lot of cost-saving cuts were done in the making of these guys. For articulation, again, they're boats, but as you can see, they do tend to have a little bit of a turret function. This one can go up and down, but does not turn side to side. And this one actually has no articulation. Their Minicon ports are all at the bottom, of course. So again, these essentially serve as miniature turrets for your Transformers. Simply attach them to an Autobot or Decepticon, and you essentially have a built-in weapon for that Transformer to use in either vehicle mode or robot mode. Oceanglide is actually one of the worst robot modes for a Minicon. As you can see, he overly retains the same color scheme of the sort of brown and purple. You see a little bit more white, a little bit more silver. But unfortunately, he's got this gigantic head thing going on with no articulation for it. At least the face is painted silver and the optics yellow. He's got a large screw, I guess, or nut that's in there. This actually allows for the turret function in vehicle mode, but takes about inordinately large amount of his chest, unfortunately, in robot mode. He does have a little bit of shoulder articulation, but that is it for his arms. He's got no elbow, no biceps, no wrists, and his missile is located on the arm over here. He does technically have a little bit of legs here, allowing him to be able to sit down. That's about all he can manage, and again, technically the knees are because of the transformation. His legs are technically separate, but they might as well be one piece. Literally, they are so close together and really can't be spread at all. And he even has a little bit of difficulty standing. He's just extremely oddly proportioned, unfortunately. Stormcloud's robot mode is only really slightly better. He's actually got essentially the same leg problem as his first teammate there. You can get him to do essentially a sit-down, but that's about it. His knees look at least a little bit more natural, but again, they're really only there because of the transformation. And while they are separate pieces, they might as well be one piece for the most part. There's so little you can actually do with them. He's got these gigantic, very manly, I'm sure, shoulder pads here. It does allow for a little bit of articulation, and he actually does have elbow articulation. Obviously, though, no bicep or wrist, unfortunately. Nothing for his head either. His gun comes up right over his head. Just a little dorky looking. It'd be nice if it came over his shoulder, but then he's got these giant shoulder pads, so. What is a nice feature on this one, though, when you retract it, the gun essentially makes its own back stand. Definitely helps this Minicon not fall over. And finally, we have Waterlog here. Like his comrades, he is capable of doing a sit-down. This is probably intentional, since Tidal Wave, the Decepticon boat transformer, actually has a passenger mode for one of his vehicles that actually allows Minicons to sit down on him, and these guys were initially meant to partner up with him. He does have shoulders, which allow him to go up and down and rotate a little bit. That's it for arm articulation. These guys can attach to the other arm, of course. As a first, though, for these reviews, he actually, for no particular reason whatsoever, has actually a head swivel, which is nice to see. Why he gets it, though, I don't know. You can see his, or perhaps you can see his Minicon symbol on the front of his chest there. Stormcloud has his Minicon symbol on the back of his shoulder pad. And finally, Oceanglider has it on the back of his head here. So this is the SeaMini-ConTeam. and basically they're just the sea equivalent of the land military Minicon team. If you enjoyed this Minicon mini review, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out my channel for more reviews. Until next time, thanks for watching.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shore of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the darkness.